What is a gut feeling that came true?
They say the gut knows things the mind can't explain. That day, mine screamed louder than ever. I was driving home from work, same route, same time, same dull routine. The kind of autopilot you don't even think about. But as I approached the intersection, something stopped me. It wasn't the light, it was green. It wasn't traffic, there was none. It was a feeling. Don't go straight. Turn left. It didn't make sense. Turning left would take me further from home, not closer. My mind told me to laugh it off, to roll my eyes at my own paranoia, but my hands tightened on the wheel. My chest felt like a magnet being pulled sideways. Against all logic, I flicked on my blinker and made the turn. The neighborhood I entered wasn't unfamiliar. I hadn't driven through it in years. Old oak trees cast long shadows across the cracked pavement. I didn't know where I was heading, only that I needed to keep going. Another turn, then another. The streets got narrower, houses more spaced out. I was ready to call myself ridiculous when I saw it. A boy, no older than 7, standing by the side of the road, barefoot and clutching a stuffed bear. I slowed down, heart thudding. He wasn't crying, but his face was pale, his eyes darting nervously toward the woods nearby. I rolled down my window. "Hey buddy," I called out. "Are you okay?" He hesitated, then took a shaky step closer. "I lost my sister," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. "She went into the trees. I can't find her." The feeling in my gut returned, sharp as a knife. I parked and jumped out, my thoughts a storm of questions and fear. Where did she go? How long has she been gone? He pointed toward the woods, his hand trembling. A while. I didn't hesitate. I told the boy to stay put and dialed 911 on my phone before plunging into the trees. Branches scratched in my arms as I ran, calling out into the growing darkness. "Hello? Can you hear me?" A faint sound, like a whimper, reached my ears. I followed it, heart pounding in my throat. And then, there she was, huddled at the base of a tree, her leg trapped beneath a fallen branch. She looked up at me with tear-streaked cheeks, her face a mixture of fear and relief. I freed her, carried her back to her brother, and stayed until help arrived. Their parents showed up minutes later, faces etched with panic that melted into gratitude. As they hugged their children, I stood off to the side, feeling the weight of what had just happened. That night, lying awake, I couldn't stop thinking, what if I hadn't listened to that feeling? What if I'd ignored it like we so often do, brushing off those subtle whispers as irrational? 2 children might still be lost, and no one would have known. It's funny. People always say to trust your gut, but they never tell you why. Now I know, because sometimes it knows more than you ever will.